As you can see from the title, this is going to be a fun day. I've been to Ulta and I bought NYX. I bought $168 worth of NYX, and it's a lot. 13 items. Average about $12 an item. Average, I said. Some items much, much, much lower, but there's a new foundation. I had no NYX except for one eyeliner in my stash. I did a purge a while back. Guess I got rid of all of it. Now I have a stash. And most of these products I've never even used before. This is going to be the first time. So let's see what I got for my $167.12. I have not tried them and I have not opened them. So let's just get everything out. Listen, it's a lot. It is a lot. Okay, we're good. Thank you all. As many of you know, I'm sure NYX is a drugstore brand, so many of the items are very, very inexpensive. Some of them are $10, $11, $12, but there are some $8 items and some $9 items. So as you saw, I shopped at Ulta, and my Ulta normally has a great selection of NYX. It is, they pretty much carry everything, but the day I went, they were sold out of a lot. So I'm just sort of picking and choosing. Again, you know, because I haven't used a whole lot of NYX in the past, I just don't know what's good and what's not good. And this is why I decided to even do this NYX video of a full face, because I saw where this foundation is getting really rave reviews, and it's called the NYX Professional Makeup Soft Matte Visible Foundation. It's tiny, tiny writing, very tiny. And I picked the shade number 13, Light Sand. Don't know. I think we can make it work, but we're gonna try it. So let's see here. Okay, it's taped. Let me say right off the bat that this is not a review of any of these products. I am just using them and giving you my honest opinion. Bought all of these obviously myself, so I am not a trained makeup artist. I'm not an esthetician. I just have 60 plus years of applying makeup to my face and learning as I go what works and what doesn't work as I've aged. So I'm going to shake it, and I'm just going to put, we'll start with that little amount. And I'm going to use one of my Menage brushes from Amazon. And by the way, I will list everything that I'm using below this video and also under the video as a first comment. So let's just get some in. Okay. This could be just a tiny bit dark, but I think we can work with it already. Let me get my mirror. I have really big dark spot right here and another one here. You can see this one here and some here. It's pretty much covering it with just that. So we're going to need more. One thing I noticed right off the bat, this is it says it's 1 fluid ounce. So, it's a very small bottle. It goes with the brush, it goes on really smooth. go over my eyelids. Now, some of you who are new are going to be asking me, okay, what do you have on your face to start with? Just my normal skincare. A couple of weeks ago, did a very rare skincare video, and nothing has changed. I will also link that video below, but typically I do not use a primer. I just want a foundation to work on its own. Other than my skin being old and wrinkled and saggy, I have no real issues. That's already dried down. I like that. So far, I like it. Let's put the top back on it. So far, that's good. And I can definitely, I brought that down, so I can definitely wear this color. This may be my color. And by the way, my skin is pretty normal. As I'm getting really older, again, I'm 82, but as I'm getting truly older, my skin tends to be, some days, a tiny bit drier. Okay, let's next do some eyes. And again, if you're new, you probably don't know this, but I change application up all the time. You know, there are no rules. There are no makeup police. So we can absolutely apply our makeup any way we want to. Let me open this. I cannot read the color on this one, but I think this is a blue. So let's see here. Okay, yes. This is a mechanical pencil. If you turn it up in the right direction, it's sapphire. So I'm going to, first of all, tight line. Hopefully this is going to make my eyelashes look a little bit longer. And that's all I'm going to do right now. This is something that they were out of, their palettes. They had, it looked like they had two palettes, and the one that I would naturally gravitate to because they're just better colors for me, they were sold out of. So I chose the other one, and it is the Warm Neutrals. So let's open this. Okay, let's see which I feel good about using here. I'm definitely going to use, and by the way, these colors are numbered on the legend right here on the back. So I am going to start with probably what looks like number 1, right here, the lightest. If you're new, the brush I'm using here is a Kat Von D brush. It's the Shade and Light brush, and if I could only have one eyeshadow brush, it would be this one. It's the little short, stubby on the end, and it's a pointed pencil brush on the other end. I will say that this eyeshadow has a bit of a kick up. I mean, there's some powder loose when I dab into it, but I just want to get up here. Oh, me. I think we're going to start off with the one just under that light, which it says it's number 5. Start off with a lighter color, and then if we need to deepen it, we will. I think that might work okay. Again, for those of you who are new to my channel, I have had nothing done to my face. Always, always, always thought that I would be that I would have a facelift. I knew I would when the time came. And when the time came, and I really started thinking about it, I decided against it. And I decided, by the way, I'm going to go to probably this color right here in the far catty-cornered and use the little pencil side. But I decided, or I've also had no fillers and no Botox. Sort of use that as an eyeliner on top. So there's been absolutely nothing done to my face. I look an awful lot like my mother did at my age. I've pretty much aged the way she aged. So I have nothing whatsoever against anything we want to do to our faces or our bodies. It's our face, our body, our hair. We can do whatever we want to. I think I'm going to darken my eyeshadow just a tiny bit, mainly in the crease area. I may just go with that color I was using as the liner. Just a tiny little bit, not much. Sort of hide this hood particularly. I believe it's real important for us to get to know our faces and figure out how light and dark affects our features, how light and dark makeup, whatever it is, affects our features and can change our face shape and enhance it, or maybe not. The next thing we're going to do is mascara, and this is the On the Rise Volume Lift-Scara is what it's called. It says 95% Salt Instant Volume, 94% Salt Instant Lift, and I have it in black. Can you see the brush? I'm going to see if this brush will bend. I haven't done this in a video for a while, so we're going to see if this works. I'm going to see if this wand, this wand will bend. And to do that, I'm going to put the wand in all the way, just where the brush starts. And then I'm going to slightly it looks like it is a little bit, not much. Let's see, try that again. You want to be super careful or you will break that wand. If it won't bend, don't push it. But I find, and that's really not a bender, but I like it when it bends, and then I don't have to have my elbows out in the air. I can just, makes it a whole lot easier to apply my mascara. There are some mascaras that already have a bend to them. I'm not getting, my eyelashes are definitely looking thicker. but I can't tell that they're looking any longer. There are definitely mascaras that I prefer over this one. I mean, they're thicker, definitely thicker. But, see if I can get the tips. It's a brand new mascara, and maybe after I've used it a few times, I'll like it better. I sort of like mascaras that thicken up just a little bit or get a little bit drier. Okay. Let's do our brows. And I got the micro brow pencil. And I got this in the color ash brown. Again, I was very limited on this. And so we're going to try this. It has a spoolie, tiny spoolie. And this is one of the micro pencils. And let's brush them now. I know it looks like I do not have a tail, but I have blonde hair here. Always have. So you don't see the tail of my... I have never had to pluck my eyebrows. I think that's okay. Take that little tiny pencil and pencil in a little bit more on that inner corner. What I always say is our brows are not twins, they're sisters, so they don't have to be exactly alike. For a bronzer, I got the Buttermelt bronzer, which looks like that. Says this is a cream. Ooh, it's dark. And this came in multiple shades. I'm going to use my same brush that I used for my foundation. And boy, that has totally dried down. That says cream, but it feels more like a powder. So I'm going to not go too heavy, but I do want to get under my chin here. Stay to the end of this video because I have some new jewelry I want to show you that is very, very, very affordable, and I've been wearing it every single day, and I love it. I love it. So at the end of this video, I will show you what it is. My jowls that are sagging right here, I'm just gonna very lightly. This is dark. You know, so when we get a product or products that maybe really are not what would be our ideal color, if we're careful, we can work with them. I've got wrinkles. I'm going to stretch my skin like that just a little bit so that that does go into the wrinkle. Okay. And I'm going to wipe that brush off, and guess what? I have the blush in the same thing. So the bronzer is Butter Biscuit, and this is Butter Than Before, the blush. Now that's dark. All right, I've wiped my brush off. I'm gonna go back in. Okay, that's dark. I'm gonna sort of dab that on my on my tissue here. I was very limited as to what I could get shade-wise in this. I'm really surprised that my Ulta was sold out of as much as they were. Okay, I think we can do that. I got the Bear With Me Concealer Serum. It looks like it's just called beige. Oh, okay. And this is it's a little pump. This is Angie Hot and Flashy. All of my brushes are listed in the description box of this video also. I'll fix this. Let's go back to just what's left on this brush. How many of you are anywhere close to my age and you think you'll be applying makeup, wearing makeup for the rest of your life? I do. I really do. I will admit that with all of this bad, cold weather that we've had, and by the way, I do like this concealer. I really do. Let's see how much this concealer was, because I really like that. By the way, the foundation was $16. Now, this is at my Ulta. And the concealer was $12. Okay, let's go back to our eyeliner. Smudge that just a little bit. I like the eyeliner. I have used the eyeliners before. That was, I think, the only thing I had left in the NYX. Okay. Something else that I got before I go any further, and I don't know, I may try to use it. Normally I don't use powder, but this is the Wonder Snatch face powder, and it's in a little container, which I sort of like. Okay, as it happens, that screws off, in case you're trying to get it off too. There's a little tab there. Let's remove that. Okay, I'm just gonna, and this is pink. I don't know if you can see it, but we're gonna just a little. See what that looks like. Okay, we can do that. Oh, okay, and also I like this. You can twist this little top and it covers up the holes. And this color is Cherry Cherry. Cherry Cherry. We have to tune and tweak a bit. Lips. Pencil, and this is a pencil. Can't tell the color, but I will have the color listed below. I'll get my magnifying glass out. I have very thin lips, very thin lips. And I do not overdraw them, but just the tiniest little bit, because when I do, I look like a clown. I have the Hydrating Gloss Serum Lip IV. Just right off the bat, I love this. I love the shine. I love, it's not sticky at all. Now, it may settle into my lines around my mouth because I definitely have them, but I sort of like it. I think I'm going to go back into the blush. I can't believe it. Just dip my brush in and tap it off. Get just a tiny bit more. Take what's left on my powder brush. Let me tell you what I think the standout products were for me. For sure, I like the foundation a lot. The Make 'em Wonder foundation, I really do like this. I do. I think this was my color. I like, in no uncertain order, I do like the concealer. The Bear With Me concealer. Really like it. Oh, wait a minute. Wait, let's go back. I forgot an item. This is the Lip Lingerie. And this is a lip liner stain. We're going to try that. We're going to try that. Let me get a tissue. Look at that. Can you see the tip of it? It's flexible, sort of like a felt tip. I do like the stains typically because I do have the lip lines. And it really does, for the most part, most of them do not bleed up into those lines. Also, I don't like reapplying my lipstick all day long. Usually if I get it on once, unless I'm doing something important, it doesn't get reapplied. I still like this. I like the lip liner that I used. I still like those. But I like this. And of course, I would let this really dry down, and then I wouldn't have a problem at all putting the Hydrating Gloss Serum on top. Okay, that's not blotting off. Again, as I said, these are not reviews. It's my first time using almost every single product, probably every single one, but maybe one. And it's fine. Even the eyeshadow, even though I know these are not my colors, I will be on the lookout for the other version of this palette that is more my cool colors. I've just never been a warm color, although in this light with my light here and my sweater, I don't think the eyeshadow looks necessarily warm, do you? All right, I told you I had some jewelry, some new jewelry, and this would be the first thing. Have you seen these rings? They're on Amazon, And I told you it was affordable. There were 2 or 3 different versions of it, but let's just say, and they were different prices. I'm going to say they were around $10 because I found a couple that were a little bit, under $10, a couple of dollars, and a couple that were $2 or $3 over $10. And let me show you how it works. And this is snug on my finger, I will tell you. I ordered what I would normally wear on my middle finger or on my index finger. And it's snug. And it's snug because it is actually 4 different rings. I think this is called an interlocking ring. And see the little rings that join them. So basically you just put them together however. And then those little rings that hold them together can be just wherever you want them. I got the gold and silver mixed, and you can position those little rings wherever you want them on the back side or wherever. Line them up, whatever. But it's a little snug, although I'm fine with it. I know it's not going to fall off, but is that not the cutest thing? This is gold and silver, but I think you can get it just in gold. And when I say gold, I'm talking about probably gold fill or silver. So you can get it gold, silver, or gold and silver. And I got the gold and silver. So cute. I've worn this every day since I got it. I've washed my hands with it on. So far, so good. The next thing I want to show you, and I am so excited about this. This is probably going to be one of my favorite necklaces ever. But there's a little story that goes with it. As many of you know, I have a daughter and Jim has 2 adult children. And then we have 2 adult grandchildren and 4 little ones. So several years, what we used to do at Christmas is we would all buy each other gifts. And that's a lot. And one Christmas, 4 or 5 years ago, we decided as a group that rather than continue this tradition, we would draw names. And so that's what we do. And our 2 adult grandchildren, they're in their late 20s, but we let them make the decision when they wanted to start being a part of the drawing. We didn't want them to feel left out with those younger grandchildren, but where we bought more for them, but we let them decide when they wanted to participate. And they've been participating now for a few years, but we draw names at Thanksgiving. And then we no longer get together over Christmas because of the families are spread out all over the country. And we have the little ones who we like for them to have Santa on Christmas morning in their own homes. So we draw names and then we FaceTime on Christmas Day afternoon. All of us get together, we FaceTime, and we just talk and have fun, and we open our gifts that the gift that we've been given from the person who drew our names. So we have a limit of $50. That's it. All right, my adult granddaughter, and y'all, many of you have probably heard me talk about her. You've seen her. She lives in Austin. She drew my name this year. And when I opened the box, I want to show you how it was presented. This was inside the box, the packet, wrapped the gift. And then there was this. And then you open it up, and let me take it off real quick. It was this necklace, and I hope you can see it. Let me see if I can find something here. Maybe there. Can you see it? Okay. Whoops. Okay, there it is. Okay. Whoa, whoa. Okay, and I looked at it, and I'm thinking, okay, I know that has to have some significance, but I don't know what. And I must have had a really puzzled look on my face because my granddaughter said, you don't know what it is? And I said, no, I don't. I like it. It looks sort of like a Christmas tree to me, if you think about it. And she said, it's your name. It's your name. And then when I looked at it like this, I could see my name in it. Can you see it? And she said, look in the box. So I looked in the box, and here it is. She got this off of Etsy. And as I said, I know it was under $50 because our limit is $50, and I'm sure it's gold filled. But this, he sends you the tag or the paper showing where he drew it out. And every necklace is different depending on your name. Can you see? I hope you can see it. But you can see the shape of the necklace here, and then there's the P, there's the A, T, T, I. And different names have different shapes. I went on the website and looked at it. I can't tell you. I have friends who are going to get this necklace with their name on it. It's called Something Unique. But I love this. I love it. I mean, oh, and by the way, in the box, you also get a little cleaning cloth and his card. Okay, look. And also you can get a bracelet and you can get earrings. And maybe, just maybe, you can get an idea of another like this right here. Yeah, can you see that? That's another name. I'm not sure what that name is. I don't know. But he does have a couple of different examples of other names on his website. I mean, it's beautifully packaged for a gift, obviously. And I loved this so much that I sent Roberto, but it's not Roberto. I want to say it's Jim. But I sent him a message on Etsy and told him that I had a YouTube channel and that I had received this as a gift from my granddaughter and that I absolutely loved it and I was going to show it on my channel in case anyone was interested in one, either for themselves or for a gift. Now, it's gold filled. It's not expensive. I don't know. I may wear this a month and it starts to turn. I may wear this for 6 months or a year or 5 years. I don't know. I have gold filled jewelry that I have had forever and a day and it still looks just perfect. But I love it. I love it. And the thing is, I put it on Christmas Day. And I have literally worn it every single day. Now, I also wear, and many of you know, about, I don't know, 7, 8, 9 years ago, Jim gave me this little speck of a diamond heart necklace. And this is real. But the only time I've had this off since he gave it to me that year for Christmas is when I take it off to really give it a really good cleaning. And so, and it needs one right now. But I have worn it, the two of these together, since Christmas. And I plan on wearing my little name necklace until it's just too grody to wear. Let me put it that way. I'll clean it, but I love it. I think it's such a conversation piece. But it's my name. And I think if you want to give yourself a gift, this would be perfect. Or if you have someone that you need a gift in that price range, this would be perfect. I think they would love it too. Because it's just, you can wear, it's just there. It's just there. And I'll link this in the description box below. As I said, you can get them in gold filled or you can get them in the real metals. And obviously, they're a lot more expensive. But the link will be there. The link will also be on Amazon for the ring. Go, if you're interested, just click on that link. It'll take you right to it. That doesn't mean you have to buy it. Read about it. Look at it. Read reviews. And then if you think that's for you and you want to order it, you can order it right there. But love it. Love it. As I said, there are going to be people who are going to be getting this as a gift in the gold fill. Okay. Well, that's it with this NYX face. And by the way, I didn't know if this was pronounced NYX or NYX. So I went online and it's actually pronounced NYX. It's sort of like ELF, the ELF, the ELF Cosmetics. But this is NYX, NYX, but it's pronounced NYX. They actually say like NICKS, so NYX. All right, if you like this NYX face, give us a thumbs up. Leave me a comment. Let me know what you think. Of all these products from NYX, do you, especially this new foundation, have you tried this yet? Let me know what you think about it. I'm interested. I'd really be interested in hearing what you think about it. It just dried down perfectly, and it dried down really quick, which I love. I absolutely love that. And it gave me great coverage. Look, no wrinkles. No saggies. Well, some. How many times have we done this in our lifetime? But I love this. To me, the foundation would be the standout product. Let me know what you think. Let me know. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to be kind. Be kind to yourself so that you can be kind to others. Know that I love you, and I'll see you soon.